Freunde, wir haben hier das zweite Interview vom Party.San 2016 für euch. Kollege Halling sprach mit GRUESOME. Ein sehr, sehr nettes Gespräch. Viel Spaß dabei.
All right, we're live. Oh, I'm just saying we're live. This is happening.
This is just happening. This is Matt from GRUESOME that just played the first German gig ever. So, what was it like?
It was great. It was really fucking killer, actually. Like, you know, when you've never been to a country before, it's kind of difficult to know what to expect. But the kids were awesome, and they seemed to know the songs, especially the Death cover. They knew that one. But no, it went really good, and I'd like Party.San is one of the coolest places to play because of everybody that works here, all the crew and everything. They're so helpful and so professional, and they really made it super easy. I mean, we've only been in Europe for like 2.5 days, and they just, you know, like a good crew makes a huge difference when you're coming into a situation where you don't have your own gear, you don't have anything. You're just like, all right, I got a guitar, let's play a show. So it was a great experience. Like, and couldn't be better.
Where did you play your first show in Europe or in Germany? I don't know. Well, no, it was the first German.
Right. We were in Czech yesterday at Brutal Assault, but our first European gig was in February at Netherlands Death Fest.
Okay.
Maybe because we're an American band and they have an American promoter for that gig. I don't know. But that ended up being the first one. But this is our first one in Germany. But judging by today, we'll probably be spending a lot more time here.
I hope so. I hope so, man. I want to see you again in action because it was really a nice gig. A lot of people were there in the front. So headbanging and horns all the way. It was
killing.
Pretty good.
Great.
Pretty good, yeah.
Thanks.
So what is the next thing you're gonna do besides getting drunk?
Well, the next thing that we're working on is kind of like I was told by our label to not really discuss it, but we have a smaller release coming up that's kind of like a teaser kind of thing, and it's gonna have a guest musician that we're very excited about, and I've been told not to say anything, so I've already said too much. But beyond that, we will probably be recording a new album next year. We're working on doing some more shows, and you know, it's really weird with this band. Like, I didn't really, because it's a tribute band, you know, like we're a tribute to death, just to make that clear. But we write our own songs, so I wasn't really sure if people would be cool with that or if it was a novelty. But it seems
guess so. I guess
yeah,
so.
no, people have been really just fantastically supportive of it, and we're very grateful. And so it's enabled us to do a lot more than we ever thought, and we're looking forward to doing more shit. It's gonna be great.
But what's the next plan as a band? Because you have this style of music you're playing. Are you gonna get up the death ladder, so to speak? Like the next thing is going more technical, or is it going to stay like that?
No, we're gonna be sort of moving forward through the discography, just because, I mean, if not, it's very repetitious. Like, we're already like a clone band, and so if we start repeating ourselves, then we're like repeating a clone. Like, that's really like redundant. So we will be getting more technical and a little bit more progressive as time goes on. We have a bunch of stuff written for the next album that's kind of in a spiritual healing type vein.
Yeah, I'm going to.
And then we have
an individual thought patterns,
right, and so on. Right, so it's cool because obviously we're death fans. We want to celebrate the band. But it's also like a neat kind of challenge for us. I mean, like, I've always grown up playing like more like raw, fast grindcore death metal bands. So to kind of write the more progressive stuff is a neat challenge. It's been really fun, and I'm excited about it, man. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it, as the viewers probably are.
Hopefully.
As long as there is death metal like the way you play it, I mean, there's some hope left in the metal scene.
Oh, dude, the metal scene is doing great. I mean, like, it's kind of crazy because I think in a lot of ways now is maybe the best time to be into metal, because you can see Diamond Head and Tigers of Pantang and Angel Witch, and you can see Maiden and Priest and Creator and Destruction and Slayer and Exodus and Napalm Death and Carcass and all down the line. Like, there's room for everybody, and especially over here in Germany, you guys have such a huge scene and so many festivals or whatever. But it's like, it's great that there's that much enthusiasm for all strains of metal, you know, be it black metal, death metal, thrash metal, traditional metal, new wave British heavy metal. Like, metal is the more important word. The first word is a little bit less important. So it's really good to see, man.
Do you have any, like, say, any plans to play whatever your favorite place might be? Let's say a lot of people might answer it's like Wacken open air, but the real metalheads wouldn't count that as an answer, you know?
For me, like I would like to go to Keep It True, because that's more like I'm more into like the new wave of British heavy metal and like the 80s metal, like Sabotage and Omen and Tank and all those bands. Like that's more what I'm into. When I get home in a couple months in October, there's actually a really good festival in California called Frost and Fire. Sierra Dungal's playing.
Nice name.
Right. Sierra Dungal's playing their first show in like 27 years. They're playing, Omen's playing, some really good newer bands like Night Demon and stuff like that. Like that's more like what I listen to. I mean, I love death metal, but I play death metal, so it's kind of,
It might be enough. I mean, if you just play it all the time, that's what I was asking. Do you ever, like after a long recording process and stuff, do you ever sit home and listen to your own CD? Do you do that? Drinking some red wine and lay back, smoke some weed and listen to a GRUESOME album? Do you do that?
I've always been more of like a beer and cocaine guy, but like right when we first get done, then I'll listen to it a bunch because I'm kind of finally, I've been imagining it for like a year or two or whatever, and then I'll listen to it, then I kind of put it away and never really hear it.
I mean, you play that lot. I mean, that's not really necessary to listen to it all day, let's say.
Yeah, well, when you're listening to it, it's not really, I mean, it's kind of weird. If you're listening to your own record, you're not listening to the song like, oh, this song is cool or whatever. You're more listening to like, did we get the snare tone right? Are the guitars balanced? Is the mastering too hot? Like all that kind of boring like musician stuff. And then like when I get done with that, I listen to like Tokyo Blade and fucking get drunk and have fun.
Of course. Some cocaine, some beer, and your favorite 80 metals albums.
That's where I live. That's how I party. But hey.
Good. Matt, the last words from you. Just a huge thank you to the crowd, maybe something like that.
Absolutely. I mean, like, it was our first gig in Germany. We had a great time, and it had more to do with the crew and the audience than us. We just showed up and tried to play our songs, and everybody else made it something like really fucking memorable. It was great. So thank you very much.
Any cocaine before the show?
No. Not unless you have a day off the next day. No.
Good. No sleep till Czech Republic.
Yeah.
What's up?
No sleep till Bulgaria.
Good.
Fuck it.
No sleep to Bulgaria. That's a nice one. Thank you very much.
Cheers, man. Thank you.